most everything in the federal government is the problem. Mr. Chairman, as you know, we have had hearings in various areas across this country, and y'all, and every time we have these hearings and we're out there, it's pretty much we see the same thing. It's just an overreach from a federal government that is bent on pushing an administration's socialistic, woke agenda. And I want to give you a little bit of my background. I'm in the trucking industry. And Mr. Luthi, I know you said you were sitting tall over, and where I come from in Georgia, we always say I'm kind of like a cat on a hot tin roof. If you saw me squirming, I'm ready to talk. Now, what I haul for a living, and I'm also in the tire recycling industry, but we have a product that's called TDF, or tire-derived fuel, which is mixed with coal. And it actually provides electricity for a manufacturing facility that deals with waste paper. But it also sells power back to the grid. And so obviously there is technology there, to scrubbers in those chimneys to clean this air up after it's being burned, the coal. And so I guess and maybe it's just a personal question, but Mr. Luthi, can you expand on that and tell me about that technology?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and Mr. Collins. I can't help you with much because that really isn't my expertise, but Wyoming coal companies have been putting scrubbers on their coal plants. Wyoming electric utility companies have been putting scrubbers on plants for years. That reduces what we call nitric oxide and sulfur dioxide emissions, as well as helps to address the regional haze. I did want to say, you mentioned trucking. And I'm an old politician, so I'm going to take this opening while I have it. We mentioned a little bit about the ozone transport rule, and that's one of the things we're fighting in Wyoming, again, with EPA. And part of the problem we're having is that their modeling, we believe, just does not fit the country that's out there and doesn't take into effect exceptional events like wildfires. The East Coast has seen that exceptional event. I'll be real curious to see if EPA recognizes that now as an exceptional event.
All right, thank you. Would anybody else like to weigh in on that? I don't know if it's something that's in y'all's wheelhouse or not. I find it odd that we've been hauling this product for better part of 20 years. So there's technology out there.
Happy Wednesday, friends. There is a new update on future stimulus checks. Congress is now starting up discussions on expanding financial relief to more Americans. Both Republicans and Democratic lawmakers are showing great support for providing direct aid to families to assist with the rising costs of living. These payments will be worth thousands of dollars. My dearest friends, please do me a big favor and watch until the end of this video for more details. Also, to say thank you for being part of this community. In 2 days, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. My dearest friends, if you'd like to enter these weekly giveaways, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Passed in 1997 and expanded numerous times since 2001, the Child Tax Credit is designed to help families with the cost of raising children. Under the American Rescue Plan Act, the maximum credit increased from $2,000 per eligible child to $3,600 for children under the age of 6 and $3,000 for children ages 6 to 17. It was an increase that helped millions of people, but at the end of 2021, the expanded credit expired, and according to the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, it sent nearly 4 million children into poverty. President Biden and other Democratic leaders have been roadblocked in their attempts to re-extend the expanded child tax credit. But friends, that may be changing very soon. as Republicans seem to warm up to the idea of some version of it. Pete Sepp, the president of the National Taxpayers Union, told reporters this week there was a bipartisan base of support, not only for the credit itself, but expanding it. An expanded tax credit could be used by families across the U.S., but for perspective, an expanded tax credit could be used by families across the United States. So for perspective, it is worth noting that could directly help 15 million people in the state of California alone. Democratic Representative Richard Neal is a top Democrat on the House Ways and Means Committee, which is the body's primary tax writing committee. Neal has said that a parental tax break would be achievable at the end of this year. And yet experts say that the expanded tax credit will not just magically appear, nor is it likely to be exactly what it was before it expired. There is great disagreements around the cost. Still, there is reason for hope of its return in some form, now that there are indications of Republican support. Brian Fitzpatrick, a House Republican and Ways Means member, told Newsweek, "I am optimistic that both sides of the aisle can work together to achieve a fair compromise on this issue and reach a solution that will support working families while ensuring that the credit is fiscally sustainable for the long term." Some states and cities are in the process of approving financial aid for families. The state of New Jersey has decided to double the child tax credit. So the recently passed bill says tax filers will receive a $1,000 credit per child if their income is less than $30,000. However, there is no credit for filers making north of $80,000 a year. And for those making between $60,000 to $80,000 will receive a $200 credit. The state of New Jersey projected a 2024 expenditure of $118.5 million in child tax credit payments in its annual tax expenditure report. That number is down $3.4 million from 2023. So my friends, what are your thoughts on the current child tax credit? Do you think that Congress should expand the credit to help American families? Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. In response to the crisis, the U.S. Department of Agriculture boosted SNAP benefits, formerly called food stamps, for all households by at least $95 per month. However, the temporary boost expired in March 2023, resulting in an annual $23 billion reduction in food and beverage aid. SNAP participants are taking drastic measures and turning to fast food options to make ends meet. Circana, a market research company, found that SNAP households reduced their monthly food and beverage spending by about 35% of cut benefits. This means that if a household's benefits were reduced by $200, spending on food and drinks would be $70 less per month. The company also noted that SNAP households reduced their spending on non-food items. Crisis-related benefits provided more households extra spending money. Circana reported that the savings from discretionary spending is now subsidizing SNAP participants regarding away-from-home food and beverage spending. With the money saved from reduced non-food purchases, SNAP households across the U.S. have increased their use of quick-service restaurants. Well, my magnificent and most marvelous friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this Thursday. My dearest friends, thank you so much for being part of this community and for being here every single day. To say thank you and to show my appreciation, I will be announcing several winners this coming Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. My friends, if you'd like to enter the weekly giveaways, please make sure that you click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed week.